This is my lab. This is my new gear wall. And this is me overusing my new narrative style that we just used for our Dan Osman video. So, I have not missed a Wednesday video, but I've not been posting as regularly, and I actually skipped a few Monday update videos. And when I get really quiet, that's when I'm working extra hard. And it was pretty hard to keep the Dan Osman thing a secret because I was excited, but I wasn't sure if it was going to actually happen because it was hard. And I spent about 6 to 8 weeks on it, and we're finally at the beginning where the jump is done, but a lot of people are excited about Dan Osman again, and we want to see what we can do with that. But we also have, with the videos, the content that we got from the rope jump, we had 5 line scale 3s on all different points, and we're going to put together the information nicely. I'm going to get the graphs. I'm going to get graphs. I'm going to make sure they're animated. I'm going to put them on while we have a single shot of a jumper, and then show where the numbers were during the jump. It's going to be so good. It's going to take me a bit of time to get used to it, but then I'm going to be a dick. And I'm going to put black squares right on top of the information. And we're going to give all the specs of the high line we set up in the rope jump. And we're going to maybe do a math contest for people who like to try to calculate the forces involved. And maybe we can do a contest. Andy Riedrich might be down to give a line scale 3 away to the winner of who calculated it proper. Maybe you can guess it's between 0 and 50 kilonewtons, right? So like if you only got to pick 2 or 3 numbers, statistically you might be able to guess. But if you can actually do the math and show us how you calculated it, then on my next rope jump, I might not be so scared if I talk to you first. But ironically, you'd be the last person who actually needs the line scale 3. Maybe we should give it to the person who does the math the worst. Anyways, we're going to have videos about the entire rigging process. We have How Not to Be a Hooker coming out Wednesday, and we're just going to make that part of a big wall series, not just specifically about the Dano project. Just happens to be the one video I have for big walling at the moment. So we try to get as much as we could. Now, we were really busy and didn't film too much, but the data we have is really great. And I actually broke test a lot of stuff. I also measured a lot of stuff. Come check out my new toy. It's a rope counter. It's not rocket science, but man, this is so nice. Especially when you are really want to know how long your rope is. Some ropes came the length they were set on the website, and others were not. But that's okay. It's just, you want to know what your ropes are. We also broke test every single component before we went. We have the components left over, which I believe is here, where we have the knot welded, and I just tied these on here. And we're going to brake test what the welded fisherman's knot is. Yes, I use fisherman's. I'm sure there's better knots out there. But yeah, so we're going to science the shit out of this. The drop tower, we made a little progress yesterday. We're going to add some X's on the bottom 3 sides because it's going to swing out the one side. And then we're going to do our final welding this week. I might actually be done-ish. I still have to put some climbing holds on, but I got my perfect descents and kind of know how to use load cells now. And I have 4 line scale 3s, so we'll be able to do some tests by the end of the week. Even if I don't finish the welding, I'll do a soft test, some like personal anchor or something. I'm really excited we got to this point. I've got the sunny weather to work on it. So I spent quite a bit of time yesterday organizing. We still got more to do, but I wanted to make Monday update videos released on Monday. So these are things we've broken, tested, invested in, or created. That's cool. This is a placeholder because it's easier to move a piece of cardboard than to move that if we wanted to change it. And this is going to be a piece of metal with a gree that exploded. We're going to epoxy all the pieces together like a skeleton. But here's my 81-to-1 system. Cams we broke. Every single thing in here has meaning, purpose, and something we've learned. And maybe we can do a story about what each piece is. Another strategic thing I was doing during the Dan Osman rope jump prep was purchasing a different diameter for every single component of the project. So now I have ropes going from 7 mil, 8 mil, 9, 10, 6, 4, and I think there's an 11 in here at 10.5. So now I have a diameter for everything that we are going to want to use on the drop tower, because we're going to do how not with a K to series, and we're going to test knots, how they interact with different diameters when you do an EDK with 2 different diameters. And even got some 2 mil here. But yeah, it's really nice to have more racks in order to stay tidy. We're going to revamp the thing below. And special shout out for 2 people. No, we weren't sponsored for the project. I paid out of my pocket for everything we pretty much did on that thing. And the video we put out with the Metallica music is demonetized. Made $0 on this thing. It's not about that. We really wanted to pay tribute to Dano. But besides the people on the team that were there that we've listed in the video is John Fiorni from Cave Exploration Society. Amazing service. He got us edge rollers like the next day. And he got us ropes custom made out of Canada. He got us ropes from other places. He was shipping this stuff to me like fast and helped me pick out what I needed. And it was great. So they sell more than just cave gear. They sell lots of ropes. Go check them out. Give them some love. Discount link will be in the description. And Andy Riedrich with the line scales. I waited to do this project until I had the line scales. I didn't want to jump and not have the data. So we had 5 line scale 3s. And one of the line scales, he has how not to on here. And I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, he worked really hard to getting the firmware updates done and usable so we can do this project. Literally the night before we went to go rig this, we were doing firmware updates at the campground on a laptop with it pre-downloaded. Hey Greg, what you working on?
Just updating these line scale 3s.
The night before we use them?
5 of them. Oh yeah, dude. We are prepared.
Are we? A little behind the scenes of the scenes we showed on Saturday. Basically, my girlfriend and I worked 18 hours on that film simultaneously so we could get it out, because everyone was like keeping it hush hush like I asked, which was great, but I knew I didn't want to make them wait obviously weeks and weeks like most videos take. We pumped that video out, and I'm so excited that we came up with a narrative style that helped link all these random clips together. And it was a nice way to tell a story for a general audience. And then it was nice to be able to like incorporate that little scared shitless spiel I did right before jumping. It's pretty hard to say something profound right now. I'm scared shitless. Let's do some rope jumping. And then the montage was actually really fun. It includes everyone who jumped. It includes almost all the camera angles, which was a lot. And we were able to pull like an Inception vibe, having me fall for like a large portion of the montage when the music kind of swoops down. And it was just fun to mix Dano in with those jumps, because that's what it felt like while we were up there. You're just really feeling the spirit of Dano when you're doing this thing. But let me tell you, when you try to repeat Dan's stuff, you have a whole new respect for how hard of what he did was. We didn't jump as far as he did. It was about 550 feet, 170 meters roughly. We did walk the high line. He didn't actually set up like a high line. He set up a rope, a horizontal rope. We'll even break down his rig and how he did it based on the videos of the content we have. But yeah, it was really fun to put together that short clip that is 5 minutes, shareable, and for a general audience. That's not usually what my videos are. My videos are the nuts and bolts of how things work. But I found it to be really fun to do like a short little teaser film. So maybe we can do more stuff like that. If you guys could share that Dan Osman video, link will be description. It was the video we just posted. It's on the homepage of the website. It's on the homepage of the YouTube channel. If you can share that, that'd be awesome. We really just want the word to spread and the love of Dan Osman to get revived. We are also going to get the budget done before the end of the year. And if you can donate and want a tax-deductible receipt for your business, I can write you an invoice for advertising. Could even mention your name on the channel if you want, or don't, it's fine. But if you want to do some larger donations at the end of the year, we can hook you up with some invoices. Otherwise, donations are really helpful right now. I just hemorrhaged a bunch of cash for that project, but it all kind of correlated and tied into all the pieces I need for this, which worked out really well. Hopefully drop tower will be done by the next Monday update video, and then we can do a teaser drop. Thanks for watching. Cheers. I was editing and realized that I should have told you about these guys. Rocky Talkies. They saved our bacon.
Bobby, that looked really close to that tree.
The Longlands team, the Fifi side, Leaning Tower side, and the Jumper, we all had them. Me and all my friends have a handful of them. And it was game-changing. They last for like 3 days. They were super reliable. I remember that they offered us a discount code, if I think it's How Not to Highline. That'll be in the description below. And it gives you a % off so you can get these if you don't have them already, especially if you're climbing, can't hear people around the corner. Highlining is super essential if you're highlining, or rope jumping apparently. They didn't sponsor this video. They didn't even know I was rope jumping, but when you use that link, you get something off, and they give me a kickback too of a couple %. And that really helps this channel out. So if you need walkie-talkies, hit them up.